Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Pillars of Eternity 2. I had a thought in between episodes. I didn't actually read any of these uh, tablets of Ismir. Where did those end up? Yeah. Okay. After the battle, many may spell. Only watch where he dies. And hopefully this is useful. uh, Now if I interact with these things, can I do anything? Call out the name. Okay. The skeleton stands rigid as stone, as strong, eternally wide and warped crypt. Your words reverberate in the darkness, beckoning the skeleton back to life. Fourth wind of Lord Hedengate, the sound becomes a throne riding in the air as his soul essence coalesces and curls around you, trickles along your skin before snaking into the skeleton's mouth. Empty eye sockets alight with flames, and the skeleton shudders and rattles, head bowing forward. Its soul essence seeps into the door's seals. Okay, so that was the problem. I just needed to read these things. Call the name. Fueden, a toll, a death knell. Fairwind, Lady of Vigils. A dark essence plumes up, coalescing the air, curls, yeah. Alright, same thing as the other one. There we go. Let's give that a quick save. Just in case. Alright. Hello, buddy. A towering skeleton straightens his spine, and the sound of his bones rattles around the cavern. A gilded sword rests strapped to his back, and in his hand he grips a massive flail with a heavy skull for a striking head.
Watcher.
Hello. Twin fires flicker in the pits of his blackened eyes, burning with deadly intent.
Been more than a middling life worth since my flails got bathed in bloody gore.
Is that so?
Long and last is a right fine pleasure jawing with someone who cons proper prose.
Same to you, my noble sir. 'Tis rare and seendal for a kinsman to cross my brood these undead days. What a braw happening. But to still have a prestation to uphold. You con, aye.
Hey, that's great. Somebody else does Islemir's funny country talk.
Deathguard glowers menacingly.
Speak, then perish. Listen, you've a cause from birth to fare here.
I mean no disturbance, but I'm on the mission of utmost importance. The skeleton stands still as death, magic billowing around him, burning up in the air. For several moments he only stares, then his teeth clack loudly, and he hefts his flail over his shoulders, swinging just short of your throat.
Then speak clear and true to what you rant. A button your next and last breath.
A ghost ship sails, A ghost ship sails the seas. I come to learn of Luca Rivian so that I might end her haunting. The Death Guard sees at the mention of Rivian's name. Rage, cold but violent, rattles up the skeleton's spine.
Curse her soul to netherin torture! Rivan would have befouled birth, with a black pox on the oar that she whilom sought to vile ruin.
Okay. He studies you, his eyes flickering silently, then his teeth clack. He drops his flail skull down to a crater in the ground.
I would aid any who hunt for Rivan. Aye.
Okay.
Stay your death, then I will. Again now, speak.
What can you tell me about Luca?
I cannot well. What are you seeking to learn?
Who is she?
Rivan was a Darkotsi paladin. She defied Bereth, wielded a weapon nae meant for the hands of mortals.
Okay.
I hunted for Ivan and the sword, from Valia to the Deadfire. Hinderly caught her, slew her, and took Bereth's weapon for warding. But Rivan wouldn't keep dead. From sheer will and faith, she riz a monster, able to breed an army of undead.
Okay.
Turned Death Guard, Rivan sailed with her undead army in her foulsome Fonferus.
All right. Tell me more about this battle against the undead.
I tried to end them for good, but the battle turned against me.
Okay.
I tracked the ship's comings and caught a regular trail. So I sailed to meet Rivan near the shadows of Dusk and Isle. Then I waited. A far fog neared despite the good winds. Rivan's ship crept from the mist. The winds died off, the waters calmed, and the ghost ship routed my ambush. 'Twas a slaughter. I was more wounded, but fled with Bereth's weapon, the Engoliero dos Spears. Came to the temple of Nekataka to be buried, but I couldn't leave the sword unwarded, so I begged Bereth for another chance to serve my cause. I refused to die.
So you sacrifice yourself to guard the sacred weapon.
Aye. 'Twas a harsh choice, but I made it. Was willing to serve my deity by becoming what I hunted in her name.
Okay.
Fie, I couldn't think her 12-bit dallying topside to shelter a stiff, unfailing sliver of being.
I'm going to be honest. I'm having a hard time understanding what they're talking about.
A kindred soul can be a true balm. We thank ye. The weapon cannot be allowed out in Aora. Needed to ward it for all time. But I cannot keep it from the undead if I'm not undead myself.
Okay. I don't want to push it. I kind of want to try to convince him to give me the weapon. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try it. I can use that weapon for good use for a forbearance. Tailbones clench a tight grip on the weapon's hilt.
Think you're deserving, do you? But in what way should I trust you now?
Okay, yeah, we'll leave that alone. I don't want to fight him. I must take the last stone tablet of your eulogy to the High Priest of Barrett.
Aye then, I'll allow it. They priests need to be keeping the sacred rites of Bereth alive.
Okay.
There it lies in my burial grave.
Alrighty, well thank you very much, sir.
Just remember, die horribly,
Got
I can
that.
always revive you.
Might as well take that. I don't see much anything else. Alright, the only place we haven't checked out is this. I got a feeling this is in the entrance to the cave we saw an option to like take a rope down a tree or something like that. I'm assuming it was an alternate entrance to this place in case you couldn't convince the priest that you can get in. But let's check it out anyways. We'll enter the passage. You pull yourself up to the tomb beyond the half-entered bodies flanking it. The passage into the rock winds winds its way upward. You ascend through the bends with care, leaving the light of the catacombs behind. You stand down in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead climbs out of the depths of the mountain. Continue up. You cross the narrow cavern, leaving it behind, and you begin to climb through the steep passages. The air grows stale and heavy. You stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs hollowed into the rock. Cubby holes line the walls, skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill into the stone slab on the floor. Yeah, let's give it a quick inspection. Probably dislodged from cubby holes over the centuries. Okay. No failure. I'm assuming there's some kind of loot in there. Alright, we'll continue. Steps carved in the rock climb up the tunnel. Its an exit forms ahead, chiseled against the light and open sky. You stand on a narrow ledge of the tomb's entrance. Above, a tree hangs over the precipice, offering an anchor point for a grappling hook. The wind gusts beating against the side of the mountain require a precise throw. Good grief. All right, we'll grappling hook up there. Adair, I'm sure, is our best option. Balancing the grappling hook and steady swinging, Adair hurls it high, hoping to secure it to the tree. Failure. It's a strong force to the winds. Adair's throw manages to reach the tree barely. The hook bounces off the branch. Okay, is someone a better option? Hmm. Would it be? I would think athletics, maybe dexterity. Maybe dexterity is what I need to use. For throwing stuff, which would be a loft. 15. What's his? 11. That's definitely better. Let's try a loft. Hurls it high. Success. Okay, yeah, that is. It was using dexterity, not athletics. Despite the difficulty, a lost perfectly executed throw manages to wrap the grappling hook around the tree. All right. You stand at the narrow ledge of the tomb's entrance. Its passage leading to darkness. Your rope dangles from the tree above. Climb up. The resolve to reach the walkways of the district above. The climb is arduous, but the winds crisscross the side of the cliff do not hamper your progress. You're on solid ground on the narrow walkway under the Temple of Barrett. See, that wasn't so bad. Now I gotta get back up there.
I dare you to go inside.
No! Tangaloho will eat me!
Let's talk to this priest, and we'll finish the, I already forgot what his part of the quest was called, but we got 2 quests going on simultaneously right now. One for him, and then one for Captain Ferrante.
Coming along well, is it? It can be dangerous down there. So I read.
It was. We pretty much cleared it out.
I never went yet. But I will, after I die.
I've acquired the stone tablets containing Yasir's eulogy.
Give them here.
How did I lose an eel spoil?
Truly, you are Bereth's champion. Yet you will not die soon. There is work ahead for you. I set these aside for you. Old keepsakes from another time.
Okay. Ratua's walking cloak and girdle of mortal protection. Let's take a quick peek at these. Diplomacy and survival. Plus 15% stride. And reflex. That's pretty good. What do we got here? Plus 2 constitution. Crits converted to hits. It's also good.
Bereth holds you close. Perhaps in helping you.
Okay. I got a total of 10,000 XP for that quest line. Not bad at all. Taking his hourglass, he uncorks a goatskin flask and chokes down half of its silvery contents.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
Yeah, give me a little info on those tomes I just collected for you. Or these, he's talking about these tomes. He's talking about those. Never mind. Let's move on. All right. Now that raises the question. Eulogy for the dead is done. Do we keep going with Symbols of Death? Return to Captain Ferrante. I want to know my findings. Yeah, I think let's just keep rolling. Fine, what's our nearest exit? Probably this guy up here. I'll have to get across the whole freaking city. But hopefully we don't get interrupted along the way. All right, sweet. And he is on Dunnage, if I remember correctly. So let's head there. Wait. Oh, we needed to resupply. Stop. Hold on. I have anything to drink? 15 ale. I got 11 water. Got 30 milk. Throw that in the mix. Got more rice. Got more hard track. Needed. Oh yeah, and here's the, yeah. We did resupply. Let's do... Let's take the milk out of the rotation, just in case. I think we can use that in our resting. All right, let's try again. Nope, wrong thing. Dunnage. Go there. All right, much better. That's, I thought I remembered we resupplied, but I guess from the screen we were at, we couldn't apply it to the ship. All right, and he was at the beacon, correct? We still haven't gone to Radiant Court yet, so I'm probably going to need to check that out. I think that's where one of the side quests here on the island, I think, takes us there. All right.
Much ado to you, Casita. A word of advice. Guard your back in Dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene.
I'm not too worried about that.
Elsewise, how might I be of assistance?
We'll show him Ben was Solent. I want the 4th seat of the Casango Mecatis.
The Consuelo will need to vote on it. But with your reputation, and if you vanquished Benwith, as appears to be the case, I do believe you are the most qualified to take his place, Huck.
Excellent.
I will speak with Ferrante so that he may consider the matter further.
Okay.
You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today?
All right. I'm working on being a pirate king now.
Gelarde, such a solace it is to see you again.
I've obtained information on Rivian from Ysir's tomb. He rubs his hands together, expectant, and his dark eyes glimmer.
Well, share and share, as is the Lord of the Coast.
I actually spoke with Ysir.
Meaning what? But at last, you were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed?
They say the dead tell no tales, but Ysir was quite talkative.
You're trepanning me. Must be. Well, Amica, I must ask that you enlighten me.
I meant his jawbone was moving and words came out. The Baratheon's a death guard now.
A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must, of course, presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn about Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors?
Yes, Isir tracked Rivian after she became a Death Guard. They fought near the Isle of Dusk. Captain strokes his chin, gaze contemplative.
I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation.
Well, thank you.
Keep an ear to the sea, Aimika. I will contact you when I have made a significant gain into the investigation of our mysterious floating hangman.
Wonderful. All right.
Uh-huh.
Another one down. Now, what was that quest? It was like a task, wasn't it? Yeah, Iron Gut. Talk to Rosalina at the Radiant Court about the medical concoction that might help Kurito purge the gemstone he swallowed. All right, so let's go to the Radiant Court. Let's see if we can do that. And that gives us an excuse to inspect the last area on the island of Dunnage. See what all we got going on here.
With pleasure.
Free stuff. Don't mind if I do. That's annoying.
Okay. Fresh fruit, vegetables, dried goods for long voyages. I got it all right here.
What can I stock you up with today?
Yeah, let's see what you got. I'm gonna lobster. Pretty good. Doesn't really have anything I need. It's a standard saber. Let's sell her stuff. All that stuff on keep, stash. Can we sort by value? That we're on currently is sorted by sell value. All right, all the books and stuff keep. Let's go section by section. Is this really all I got? I thought I had better stuff than this. I mean, these we're probably not going to need. I thought I had a bunch of like fine and magical weapons already. I don't know. Let's sell all these torches, battle axes. We definitely don't need 16 of them. Do that. Clubs. Do the same kind of thing. We'll just keep 2 of them. And who doesn't love a little inventory management? We got 37 sabers. 41 swords. Anything else we have ridiculous amounts of? Alright. There's kind of the same thing with armor. Seems like that's all we got a ridiculous amounts on. Consumables, all these traps we can probably sell. I don't think I'll ever use those. Keep that other stuff. I don't know if we need any of this stuff or not. We'll keep it for now. All right, there's an easy 8 grand. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Andra's gills. There's no hope. That was a
Hope for
disaster of epic proportions if ever I directed one.
Okay.
A typhoon couldn't have cleared out our audience faster.
Who are you guys?
Oh, of course you haven't heard of us. Like I needed more proof that we're talentless hacks. We're the Peg-Leg Performers. Formerly the Seabird Serenaders, formerly the Jax Finnegan First Ensemble of Dunnage.
Okay.
But now, well, my troupe's coming apart at the seams. We're short on cash, we're low on people, and we've run plumb dry on enthusiasm. We haven't drawn a decent crowd in more than a fortnight. And it ain't like pirates are hard to please. That's how you know the show really stinks.
Yeah.
But I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. If only I could hire more talented performers. I just know my play would take off.
All right, you want help with that?
Really? Well, that's great. Then we could... Wait a tick. Why would you help me? What do you get out of this?
I expect a cut of the profits, of course.
Ah, of course. Well, that's more than fair.
Indeed it is.
I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers. A wizard for one, plus any oaf big enough to pose as Aethys. I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in Dunnage, Tiana, at the King's Coffin. But unfortunately, I got no idea of where we might find a suitable Aethys.
Okay.
Get me the right people for the parts, and I promise you'll be pleased with your investment. I'll turn us a profit or die trying.
Okay. So we need to find someone real big.
My old captain was a drinker from the day he was born to the day he died.
And then a wizard that's here on the island.
He was rail thin.
First thing you notice about this man is the nature of his loud crashing reds and purples, bright as a peacock. On second glance, you see he's tall, lanky, boyishly handsome in an unkempt way. Trim beard, friendly smile. He hums a little tune to himself as he watches passerby.
My good lady, hello. Whatever might I do for you?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm certain there's no need to tell you, observant as you no doubt are, that I am an actor.
Okay.
Stage, tavern, street corner. They are as much my home as where I lay my head at night. So, I travel Eora, looking for opportunities to share my gifts with the grateful masses, wherever that may lead me.
Do you make a lot of money doing that?
Oh, goodness, yes, loads of it. I've been known to joke that I'm less a man than I am a walking bank for all the coin that I carry.
Wonderful.
The common folk do so love an actor. We bring mystery and excitement to their otherwise dreary lives. Yes, you could say we're doing the gods' work.
Well, excellent. As he speaks, you notice that his toes of his soft boots are worn thin. Closer inspection reveals his robes are unraveling at the hems and are well patched at the elbows, too. So you're broke then, eh?
How dare you? But you're not wrong, to my great chagrin. Times have been tough of late, what with the giant statues smashing up the place, and few in the Deadfire have coin to spare besides. It's quite difficult, you know, living as I do. On occasion, foolish folk will take my act for reality. I've thrice been run out of a town for impersonating a foreign dignitary. Damn fools don't understand the blistering wit of my satire, I tell you.
Okay.
I had to learn to protect myself as a result, though I must admit, what martial skills I've got aren't of use for much more than fighting off wolves or throttling a thief with designs on my satchel. Thank the gods, I hardly ever need to use them. I could talk myself out of nearly anything, you know.
You sure can talk, I'll give you that.
Well, thank you. I must say it's gratifying to be recognized for one's talents. All things being equal, I'd much rather recite a sonnet than swing an axe, but a man's got to make his way in the world any way he can.
Okay. All right, that's
May
another
luck accompany you on the road, my friend.
training guy. Okay.
Wound up with a wooden leg, 26 ships, and a bilious fever. Sunrise is a woe,
Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to end the episode there. We'll grab the little loot. Well, pull on that. We can't take any more of those. But yeah, we'll finish up the quest. I think this is who I'm looking for right here, and we'll continue exploring this area. You have a treasure trove.
They sail on their gilded brigs.
Thing there, some more loot to collect. But we'll have to do all that next time.
Breed and don't loot so much.
Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a good one.
Where and
Lady kept talking over me.